Well, good evening, everybody. Today is Wednesday, August 31st, and I am Jacqueline. I am going to be your NC this evening, and we have a great wine and dine plan for you. We have several cooks going on, and but I just want to let you know that for those of you who have never joined the wine and dine before, we do this every Wednesday, and it is absolutely fabulous. I think our wines are absolutely phenomenal anyway, but we have a little bit of fun and a little bit of education. So just sit back and relax and enjoy and learn a little bit. So with that, I am going to turn it over to our very own CEO, Mr. Rory Rickard, and he is going to give us the toast for this evening. Rory?
So thank you, Jackie. And you guys, I love our Wednesday nights. I'm drinking our incredible Syrah. This is a very special, I don't think we have any of this left, Peter, but this Syrah is yummy. We're done, right? We're out?
Yep.
So I'm just going to recap on that note. If you like a wine that you get, like say you get this month's wine, and you like it, you might want to order a custom case and get more, because when it's gone, it's gone. And we remember, we're a boutique winery. We're not making massive amounts of wine and flooding the market. We're making true fine wines, and in the traditional sense of it. And that's what we're fighting to maintain for the rest of our lives and ongoing is be able to deliver true fine wines, not these punch wines they sell in the store with a lot of additives and stuff. Our wines taste uniquely different each and every time. And this Syrah is a special wine. I'm almost out of my supply, and that's sad. We'll see when the next Syrah comes out. That being said, we are all on our way to our Grand Cru Harvest event in our vineyards in Napa. I'll be heading out Saturday. I think, Peter, you head out Friday.
Yep.
We're going to be getting some stuff set up for that, and we're going to be enjoying some incredible wines. Now, Peter, I'm just going to ask. We're going to be rolling out the wine label winner on Monday, right? With the
Yep.
food. And it's going to be a delicious wine. I'm pretty sure it's white, but we're going to be pairing these foods, guys. Get ready. Here's the thing: is that wine shipping out in September?
It's shipping out starting next Wednesday.
So you guys, we're going to be rolling it out and announcing it. I think we're going to have a lot of teams that push stuff out there. But that Wednesday on the Wine and Dine show, I'm hoping we have, who's doing the wine? Jackie, we'll make sure that we send you a bottle to make sure we present that on that Wednesday.
Absolutely, darling. You just go, oh yeah, I'll just take it back in my bag.
Perfect.
That's going to be the best way to do it. Yeah.
Peter,
Yeah.
I want two.
Yeah,
I think we can handle that.
So both Peter and I put wine orders in, and so we both like to take care of everybody. So I can assure everybody on Monday, there will be plenty of wine. We kind of overdid it. So I'm not apologizing. We both just said, we'll drink it, or people will be able to take a bottle, right? Or two. So we're going to have some really fun times, guys. The food menu is amazing. Don't worry about any food allergies or anything. It's like everything before. If you're vegan, you'll be happy. You like meat, you'll be happy. If you have a gluten thing, you'll be fine. Okay, like we just pair it that way. It's the same amazing catering company that we had last year, only it's a different menu to pair with the wine. So anyway, that being said, want you guys to just know I want safe travels. Okay, safe travels. And this toast is just for absolute safety, and we want to have an amazing event from start to finish. So safe travels, and I can't wait to see you guys in the vineyard. Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you so much, Rory. And yes, we are very excited to see you in a couple of days. Cannot wait to be in the vineyard. It is going to be a blast. But without further ado, y'all, we have a fabulous lineup this evening, and I get to introduce my friend, who I absolutely love. He's just like my son, Sean, and he has a lineup of cooks that are going to knock your socks off with their meal this evening. So with that, Mr. Sean, take it away, buddy.
Thank you, Jackie. I've been super excited actually for about a week, getting this all put together and trying to figure out what I was going to do. And I did some research and I found out that today is actually in the US is actually Eat Outside Day. So guess what I'm doing? I'm eating
Gotta love
outside.
that, baby.
Yeah. And so when we figured out our cooks, we talked and they went with the Eat Outside Day theme. And I'm very excited about this because we get to see some great recipes to pair with some different wines. Now, I have out here 2 wines that are kind of going to go along with all the meals we have going on today. I have the Tanya Pinot Grigio and the Pinot Noir, the Nile Eddy. So very exciting. I love both of these wines. Great for summertime, great for eating outside. So let's start off with our cooks today. Let's see. I guess I normally like to start off with dessert because I'm a big dessert fan, but we'll go in the way it's supposed to go. We'll start off with the apple.
Sean, break the rules, please.
All right, I'm breaking rules. I love breaking rules.
Hey,
If
there are
Evie
guidelines.
is ready, and I hope I didn't upset Nell, but I do like starting off with dessert. So let's do this, Evie.
Okay, well, you know what? Dessert always comes first. That way you have room for it.
That's right. I agree.
Makes sense to me. But today, when I think about doors and desserts, I think of s'mores. Now, they're not just for campfires anymore. No, sir. But one thing different about these that I'm going to make today is the crust. Now, usually crust is, graham crackers, butter, salt, or sugar, whatever. But this is more of a cookie crust. It's more substantial to hold up with the outdoors. So, and I've already got it on. I took a stick of butter, 2/3 cup sugar, mixing it together. And here comes the egg. My egg was almost played Humpty Dumpty today. I almost lost it. But so we'll mix that up pretty good. And when that's mixed up, we will add in vanilla, salt, and then the graham cracker crumbs, which I'm lazy. I don't like to crush graham crackers. So I get those already crunched up. And that is 2 1/3 cup. And
Very
when
nice.
that is done, I will press it into my pan. And then I'll top it with all the ooey gooey good stuff. And it'll cook. And my magic oven, I think, is already done. So.
Nice.
We love the magic oven, baby. We love the magic oven.
Gotta have it.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Very nice. Oh, I'm excited to see the progression of that.
Okay.
All right. Well, now that I'm full. I'm full. I've had dessert. I'm full. So no, just kidding. All right. So we are going to move on to Nell. Nell has a wonderful appetizer going on here. And I actually like the way she's gonna make this. So I'm excited about this. Nell, are you there?
I am here.
Awesome.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. Well, when I told Joe, my husband, that I was going to make the appetizer, he goes, make those fried pickles. So, fried pickles are fried. So I thought that, eating healthy, I thought, well, how about let's do them in the air fryer. So I was looking for recipes, and a lot of gourmet cooks, I guess, have recipes that are like 2 pages long. And I want simple. I just want simple. So I ended up finding a recipe that's very simple. And that's what I'm doing. I have 3 bowls here. One has flour, one has eggs, and one has breadcrumbs. So I'm doing the pickle chips. The restaurant just down the street from us, they have the best fried pickles. So I don't know if these are going to turn out as good as that restaurant, but they're pretty good. I've already made some. Joe's eating them, but these are pretty good, aren't they? And so you just take the pickle chips, you put them in, and the first ones I did wrong. I put them in the egg first. you have to put them in the flour first, then the egg, and then the breadcrumbs. And I think the trick to making them really crispy is to use the cooking spray. And I thought I had olive oil, but I didn't. I just have regular cooking spray. So that's the trick. And I'm going to make some more, and I'll have them ready by the time you come back to me again.
Awesome. All right. So you sprayed them right before you put them in the oven, right before you put them in the fryer.
In the air fryer.
Yeah, got it. Okay, that's a key note I got to remember. I just got an air fryer, so I'm looking forward to that.
Oh, you're gonna love it.
Right on, right on. Okay, so we have the next thing, which is the main course, and we have Darlena making us a great meal, a very great meal, and I got some great stuff to talk about this meal. So where is Darlena? I see you, Darlena. Hopefully she's ready. If she is not ready, I will talk and take up time.
Really?
Okay, I'm ready.
There you are. Awesome.
Okay, so I am excited to hear about what we have for dessert and for appetizer, because it's going to go perfect with what I have today. So I was kind of a last minute add-on tonight, and so I had to think quick on my feet. Kind of similar to when I have company that just shows up at my door, especially my grandchildren. So what I have to prepare is something that you may already have all the ingredients in your home, and you wouldn't have to go out to the store to get them. So it's a very simple, quick, really a good meal for the summertime because there's minimal cooking to it. It goes together very quickly, and you're going to see all about that. I call it Frito Bandito. So it is a meal that I've had for my children who are now almost 50, and my grandchildren who love this meal. So anytime they're going to be around, I often will make this for them. You may have heard of Frito pie. There's so many variations to this, but this is my variation that I've done all these years because it's so simple. So I already have all of my ingredients set up to build it. And I'm over here frying my ground beef. So as that ground beef finishes up, and by the time you come back around, I'm going to have everything laid out and ready to go.
Wonderful. That is awesome. Oh, well, I'm excited to see that. And that's going to go great with some of the wines that we have. So awesome. Well, let's see. So should I talk about the wine first, or should I talk about maybe the wine club that we all love so much?
Well, let's talk a little about the wine, since I don't think everyone here knows this. I call Sean Professor Grape because he has some of the best wine knowledge and best wine research skills of anybody I know. So we talked a little about this beforehand, and he has all kinds of things to tell you about wine pairings and the particular two wines that he chose today.
Yeah, thanks, Peter. All right, so I don't know everything about wine, but that's why I like wine, is because it's endless knowledge. Like, you find it everywhere, right? All over the world. So I picked the Tanya Pinot Grigio. It's a white wine. And this grape is going to be a very light wine, refreshing for the summer. And it's going to have notes of like lime, lemon, stone fruits, like white nectarines, apricots, things like that. And gonna go with honestly, it's gonna go well with almost all these dishes that we have going on here. Dessert, wine and dessert is really, it's tough to pair, but you can do it. And you know what? Really, it's all up to the person that's drinking the wine and eating the food, right? So it probably pairs well with whatever wine, honestly. But what I like about the Pinot Grigio, and then I picked the Pinot Noir Nialetti. The reason, two reasons. Nialetti Pinot Noir is a very light red. It's not one of those big buff tanniny wines. It's not gonna like destroy your mouth, right? It's very, very light to medium bodied, and gonna go with a lot of great foods that we have going on right now. The other cool thing that I found out is that these two grapes they're related. They say the Pinot Grigio is actually maybe a clone of the Pinot Noir. And what's interesting, you wouldn't know the Pinot Grigio grape is a white grape. It's normally blue. It actually comes in quite a few different colors: black, reds, pinks. They said like a salmon color, but the majority of them are blue. So very interesting about that. The Pinot Noir I don't have open. I probably should open it, but this is gonna go well with all these foods. So what else?
Well, as you were
Yeah.
talking about the color of the grape, most white wines come from not white grapes. Most of them are red, purple grapes. The
Yep.
reason that they're white is because they keep the skins away from them.
That's right.
The more you keep the skins on it, the more. And a rosé is you just leave the skins in there a little while and you get the rosé. So they're white flesh grapes. They're just red skinned, or blue skinned or purple skinned.
Right.
So that's why almost all white wines come from red grapes.
Yeah. So I didn't put this one in the fridge. The Pinot Noir. You could for a little bit. You don't want to have it too cold, but you could drink a Pinot Noir a little bit chilled. This one was in the fridge. You can notice that I have it in a nice little handy container here. This helps it stay cold. Not forever, but it does help. There's no ice in here or anything. But you don't want to drink it too cold because it'll lose its flavor. It's the body that it does have, it'll lose that if it's too cold.
Right.
Yeah. So get yourself one of these handy dandy little things to come outside and drink your wine, and it's nice to have.
I want to be on your backyard. It's beautiful. But what do you have in front of you that you're eating, Shonda?
I have cheese. I have different cheeses. I have a brie. I have a Gouda. I have a cheese that I can't pronounce. It's like Gruyere or something. Goes well with the
Good enough, baby. Good enough.
Yeah. And then this one's kind of funny. This one is a goat cheese, but the reason I bought it, I can't go wrong with this cheese because it says wine in front of it. Wine goat cheese. So I was like, well, that is my cheese right there. So I went with that. And then I have some bruschetta and uncured something else I can't pronounce.
Prosciutto?
No. Oh, no. Prosciutto and uncured.
Yeah, that.
Yeah,
this
one. This one. It looks like this. Yeah. And then I got some crackers to go along with it. It's going to go well with my Pinot Grigio. So,
Awesome.
but these two would go well with the Pinot Noir also.
So Joe wants to know, are you eating that all yourself or do you have company?
I do have company, but I probably will eat this all by myself because that's what I like.
Yeah.
Anyways.
And the Pinot Grigio is a great wine for a cheese board of that kind. Brie can overwhelm a lot of red wine, so it's terrific with the light acidity of a Pinot Grigio, and the spiciness of some of those meats also work wonderfully that way.
Absolutely. Well, all right. So do we want to talk about wine anymore? Like, do people like us talking about wine, or do we want to go back to the cooks? Evie is waving her hand at me. I think that means let's do it. Let's do it. Evie, you come back on here and tell us what you got going on.
Evie? She's probably still muted, right?
Yeah,
there it is. I kept hitting the space bar. It didn't do anything. Okay. Yeah, hope nobody can read lips either. But
it's all good.
The crust done, and I did put on the cream marshmallow. Now, what I use is, I've got some of these, got these from Kroger, and I heat it just a little bit because it spreads a lot easier. Otherwise, you're going to get that crumbs and crust all over in everything. So next, I put on dark chocolate chips, or you can use chocolate chunks, whichever you prefer. It says a cup, but hey, a cup of chocolate chips doesn't go far.
No, absolutely not.
Using semi-sweet chips?
Pardon?
I said, are you using semi-sweet chips or?
Yes, these are. The dark
Yeah, that's a good
chocolate.
choice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. And then I'm putting on, it says a cup of the teeny marshmallows. So we'll just put some on and see how far it goes. And I did reserve about a cup of the dough, the crust from the crust from the crust. Anyway, I'll sprinkle this, I'll scatter this on top and it'll bake, and you're supposed to bake it for like 20 to 25 minutes. Like I say, my magic oven is done in no time.
Very nice. So let me get this straight. You used
So I'll like do the exchange and do the tasting.
you used marshmallow cream and marshmallows.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, I
daughter
know.
would-
Super
My daughter
sweet.
would love that. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Right on. Very cool. All right. I'm excited to man, how do we taste it? We need to come up with
I
that.
keep saying that.
Tasting
We need to
television.
have like we need to be able to pass it.
Seriously. It needs to happen.
Roy, okay, we need to tell Roy to figure that out. We
Yeah,
could be
that's the next-
millionaires if we figure that out, brother.
That's the next thing. Tasting
Well, seeing
TV.
how it's 100 down here, where you're at, I'm sure it's not quite 100 degrees.
Yeah, it's nice out.
Don't
It's
even
actually very nice.
say it, Sean. Don't even say it. I will
Hey.
knock you out myself.
Well, normally it's pouring down rain. I wouldn't be outside, but you know what? I'm enjoying
It's
this. All right.
absolutely beautiful if that's your backyard, baby.
Yeah. Yep,
Yeah.
that's my backyard. All right, let's move on real quick here to Nell. I saw her I think she was sneaking tastes. I'm pretty sure I saw her tasting something.
But you got to watch out for that nail.
I was actually Joe ate the first batch. I got one.
How dare him? Good job,
I
Joe.
have more in the air fryer, about 4 more minutes and they will be done.
Very nice. Very nice.
That's
And
awesome.
I was so interested in what you were talking about. I kind of slowed down in putting the second batch together. And so
well, I appreciate that.
some more.
I appreciate that.
I didn't realize I was slowing down so much.
I love the fact that you're making fried egg, a barbecue, a family reunion, and you put them in a container and take them with you. Good to
But
go.
yeah,
They're probably
all you have to do after you make them, because they get real crisp, and if you can put them back in the air fryer for like a minute before you serve them, and the sauce, I made my own dipping sauce. This recipe for the dipping sauce is really easy too. It's
Okay.
ranch dressing.
Yeah.
And you can use hot sauce. I use sweet chili sauce
ooh.
and just mixed it together, and it's really good.
All right. Yeah.
A sauce always makes a dish. I appreciate that.
Yeah. I love that. I love
Kind
that.
of hot, but yeah, it's really tasty.
Right on. Right on. All right. Well, we'll come back to you in 4 minutes.
Yeah.
And let's see what Darlena has going on here.
Sean, did Nell share what wine she's pairing with?
Not
I
yet.
missed it. Ooh.
Well, I didn't have either one of the wines that you had mentioned. I did get my wine shipment today, and I got a Grand Cru Pinot Noir. But what we're
Wow.
drinking this evening is Discovery's Grenache.
Okay. Oh, that Discovery's Grenache is, I actually compare it to a Pinot Noir because I don't think it's a typical Grenache. It's very light bodied. It's very smooth, not huge tannins. I've had some Grenaches out there that are spicy, that are big tannins. And this one, probably one of my favorite, it's really hard to pick, but one of my favorite wines that we have actually, that Grenache.
Had.
I'll tell you, my husband,
Oh, I still have some.
Oh,
it took
okay.
a long time for me to get him to drink the reds. I kept saying, we need to drink red wine. He kept saying, I don't like red wine. I don't like red wine. Every time I would suggest it. And I told him just one night a week, we need to drink red. Now that's all he drinks.
That's
I
that's
told
actually a
people
good
this.
point.
Yeah. it's one of the things I've told people before is it's a mission of mine. If you don't think you like something, I'm going to find a way to make you like it.
Okay, I will be very honest. I was a big red drinker. I didn't drink whites at all, and rosés, forget about it. But once I joined this wine club and I really started getting into wine and learning about it, even wines I don't like, I'm still going to drink and try and not necessarily focus on the part that I don't like it, but focus on the part of what am I pulling out of it? What kind of flavors? What kind of smells? What does it look like? What kind of foods can I pair it to where I do like it? So, if you're one of those people that says, I don't like whites or don't like reds or rosés or whatever, open up your mind, try something different, because I guarantee you there is a wine out there that you like that you say you don't like.
Yeah.
Guaranteed. There's so much wine out there.
I know there are members out there right now who think they only like reds. And I'm going to tell you that there is a white that is the perfect white for that red wine drinker.
Absolutely. 100%.
Yes.
All right, Darlena.
Okay, ready? Turn me on.
What do you got?
Am I muted? Am I
No,
on?
yeah,
No.
you're perfect.
Okay.
I can hear you.
So I have everything laid out. I wish I was where you are right now, Sean, because usually in Southern California, we can eat outside almost any day of the year, but not today. It's 106 degrees, really, really hot today. So outside is not an option for me today. So what I do now is I have everything and I lay it out. Typically, my full recipe fits into a full 13 by 9 pan. And since there's only 3 of us here tonight, I'm going to just use what I need and put it in a smaller dish. And then I have leftovers that I can use for almost anything else. So I start out with Fritos, and you need the small size Fritos, not the big ones. You just make a layer across the bottom. It's a single layer is all you need. Then you want to have your next two ingredients to be hot. So I have a rice cooker. So my rice was made, it stayed warm, it's ready to be dished onto here. So next I lay my rice on top.
Interesting.
You just kind of spread it out. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then I've already, with my meat mixture, I sauteed some onions. I added a pound of ground beef. And then I chose a chili that I like, which is, I don't know if it's available everywhere, but the Denison is one of my favorites. And I get the kind that has beans and meat in it both. So you could very easily make this a vegetarian meal if you went without the meat in it. Very versatile. So I have that all set up. I added, after I fried the ground beef, I added the chili, can of chili to it. So that is now hot and ready to go on top of that. And then I like to put a little lettuce just to get a little bit of greenery in for my grandkids when they're here. I chose an iceberg lettuce because it's one of the ones that'll hold up to the heat better than the other ones will. So just a little layer of that on. So easy to put this together. Sometimes my grandkids like to help me do this. It's a good help.
Very cool.
Actually, my teenagers, they actually do this at home now themselves. And then the last thing that goes on top is a cheese. This one here happens to be nacho and taco flavor. It has Monterey Jack, jalapeno pepper, and cheddar in it. So just a layer of that.
Very, very nice. Very nice.
It's ready to go. So on my recipe, not on the recipe that I posted, I included some other additions you could do, different ways you could do it. Some of the things you could put on top of it, like you could certainly put guacamole, you could put sour cream, you could put jalapenos on it. There's so much more you can do with this. But for this, it's very simple. It's ready to go and dish up. So when you come back, I'll dish that up. But I will tell you, I'm getting kind of low on my wine. So when Sean told me what our selection was for 9, I didn't have either one of them. So I'm ready for it. I actually think I'm going to have to order a case, but I'm waiting to see what the new wine is that comes out at the meeting. So maybe I can order a case with some of that in it as well.
Good idea.
If not, I have Sauvignon Blanc, the Northern Muse. It's really a light wine. I wish I had the Pinot Noir tonight. I think that would go really well with this.
Yeah, both of them will go well for different reasons. A Sauvignon Blanc is a wonderful wine for anything that has a little spice to it. And you have a lot of complicated flavors there that could overwhelm some red wines. So the Sauvignon Blanc will actually work very nicely with it. It's going to pick up different things. All of a sudden, you're going to notice the lettuce more, the cheese more, some of the spices in the Fritos more. So it's going to be a different pairings bring out different things in the food. Now, there's not necessarily bad answers; there's just different answers.
Okay, well, after I dish it up and we have the wine with it, we'll let you know what we think.
Yeah, I want to hear about that.
Okay.
Wonderful. I'm looking forward to that. So let me man, some great recipes. My mind is blown right now. I love it. So let me just go over this wine club that we have. And I'm going to try not to be biased in this. I absolutely love this wine club. I love wine. I don't know if I said that, but I do love wine. And these are some of the best wines that I've ever had. Now, like I said, wine is all over the world, Australia, Europe, but Napa has some of the best wines in the world. They're up there in the ratings. They are the best. And we have them in our wine club. And not only that, but our wine club is the only place you can get these wines. You can't go down to Total Wine. You can't go to any store, restaurant, anything like that and get these. They are only in our wine club. So first thing I'll say is, if you're interested right now, just get with the person that brought you to this, and they'll explain more and get you at least 4 bottles, so you can really make that decision, that educated decision that you want to stick with it. But with that being said, there's two ways to do this. I'll explain a little bit here. The first way is you become a wine club member. That's it. You're gonna join. You're gonna get 4, 6, 12 bottles delivered to your door every month. You can't beat that, right? That is amazing. What I love about it is I don't get all the same wines every month, so I get a different variety, and it's wonderful. And plain and simple, right? The second way to do this is you become a business partner like I am, and join, and you can get other people to sign up just like I do, right? It's a great way to promote the wine club. It's a great way to get your wine and give it away. I give my wine away. It's very hard to let go of that bottle, but I let people try it because I want them to get the experience, as Rory would say, wine magic that I get to have, right? So you can become a state member. You can become a reserve member, or what we call a Grand Cru member. The Grand Cru is what I became because I love this wine club, and I get some great perks with it. For instance, Sunday, I am flying out to Napa to go to the vineyard that this wine comes from. Like, who can say they get to do that in their wine club? Like, not very many people, right? Okay, when I say not very many people, there's quite a few people on here that they get to. But, that's not an everyday thing. So I get to do that because I'm a Grand Cru member. I love it. What else can I say about this? I get to meet Jackie.
Yeah, you get to meet Jackie. You get to meet some of the people whose names are on these labels, but we also get to do some fun things. Sean was asking me earlier about if I'm going to do something, and I have some special tasting experiences for the Grand Cru members in Napa. So you get to experience things in a little different way, and a little things you never get otherwise. Last year we had some wine that we pulled straight out of the barrel and just put in a couple of bottles for us to test that hadn't even been bottled yet. And we did we've had a couple of fun blind tasting experiences to show how much people know or think they know about wine. So there's a lot of fun we have, and you get the discount.
That's right. The discount. And I will say something else. You have the opportunity to get your wine for free, which I don't know any wine club out there that gives you wine for free. I've checked out a lot of wine clubs, and there's not any that I know of. So
You're buying?
You can get it for free every month, every other month, every third month. It can happen. So definitely, like I said before, get with the person that brought you here, and at least try it for a month, because I know you'll stick around after that. So I have one more thing to say. I believe in the chat, if you don't know where the chat is on Zoom, but it's down at the bottom. There should be some red numbers down there. We've placed some links in there. All our cooks have made some wonderful pages on and recipes on what they cook tonight, so you can enjoy what they have made tonight. Until we figure out that whole TV and tasting it through the TV, that's the best way to do it, is check out those pages and try to make those recipes. But all right, I think that's
The moment of truth.
all I got to say about that. All right, again, we are going to end with, you know what? Evie is waiting, but let's end with dessert also. Can we do that, Evie? Is that all right? Okay. So Nell,
That's just mean.
hey, you know it's mean, but I love dessert. So, all right,
Okay.
Nell, you are up. These fried pickles.
Dessert
fried
fried
pickles.
pickles, brother.
No, he said, let's go to the wine because she was.
What?
Can you see him?
He's confusing. He's trying to torture everyone. We're gonna do dessert last. So
I'm from Southeast Louisiana, man. Let me help you out. He went around the world in like 2 minutes.
yep. So let's go with the fried pickles.
Okay,
Yes.
here they are.
Oh, wow.
They're very crispy, and the pickles taste good. They're hamburger, just classic hamburger dill pickles.
Michael,
All right.
And nice and
What-
crisp.
Fried pickles.
That batter looks amazing on them.
Yeah, they're really good, and they're very crisp, and the sauce is really good too. I did a good job.
Wonderful. I love it.
It looks
I bet
like
Joe thinks you did a good job too.
It was his idea, but these are really good.
And he
They
let you
look
have one?
delicious. They look absolutely delicious. My Michael would be salivating if he was here.
Mm. And this is the Discovery's Grenache.
Mm.
Which is a little
Which
bit of a tease because we're done with that one too.
Yeah. Well, we're almost out of wine. I'm with Darlena. We need to order a case when we get back.
Go in the back office anyway. We like it. Because once it's gone, it's gone.
The suspense.
It's killing me.
I'm still
Are you
trying to
good?
develop my taste. I don't know. The wine tastes really good. The pickles taste really good, and it tastes good together.
Beautiful.
Hey.
That's what we're looking for is they taste good
Bingo.
together, right?
Yeah,
Salute now. That's all you need, baby. They both taste
Awesome.
good.
they both
Awesome.
taste good.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
husband's grinning. He likes them, so I'm a happy camper.
All good.
I'm glad you said that now, because honestly, building your palate is kind of a skill. It's not something that just some people do have like a natural way of doing it, but most people don't. They have to build their palate. They have to figure out what they're tasting. My wife is really good at pulling things out of wine, like what's in this wine, the flavors and stuff. But me, I got to work at it. Like it takes some work. But it's all right. As long as, like you said, everything's balanced, the flavors go together, that's what you're looking for, honestly. So
Well, I do taste more when I with the sweet chili sauce. I could taste that seemed more pronounced after I drank the wine. But yeah, it's all good. It all tastes good.
awesome.
You know why that happens? Because
Why?
there's certain flavors. There's a reason you cook with wine. There's a reason you drink with wine. Is some flavors are not water soluble. They're alcohol soluble. So there's especially the chilies. There are tastes there that you don't taste at all until you have the wine there.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Thanks, Peter. I didn't know that. That's good stuff. All right, Darlena. You are muted, but let's see what you got going on. Oh boy, I see people in the background. We're gonna have a good tasting here. She's trying to unmute. She's gonna, that's all right. Technology nowadays.
Okay, there we go.
Awesome.
So I have my husband Kurt and my sister Sheila. We all have our plate ready to go. I know Sheila's going to add a little more hot sauce on it because she spent too many years in Texas. So we'll eat it as it is, and it's ready to go. And I'm going to try a bite and then taste my wine.
Awesome. Now this is a Sauvignon Blanc.
Mm-hmm.
And Rory's enjoying watching it.
Right, I think it does make a good fit for this.
All right.
It's citrusy, but it's very light.
Cool.
I like it. It's very nice on the tongue. The flavor is really, really pleasing. So I can see if my grandkids were over here eating all the food, I'd be sipping the wine.
Absolutely. So I have a quick question. Did you say your sister?
Yes.
Okay. So you said your sister, she put a little bit more hot sauce, made it a little bit more spicy.
Yep.
If she doesn't mind, I can't force, but can it maybe the difference in spicy and Darlene, yours wasn't that spicy, right?
No.
No. So I'm wondering what the difference.
Let me taste hers with the spicy on it.
Yeah.
You know, we
And
sisters
see how the wine and taste the wine with it too.
can share. And it's a chipotle sauce is what it is.
Yeah.
And by the way, that's one of the reasons it would have worked great with the Pinot Noir too. That smokiness and Pinot Noir are a great combination.
Yeah.
I will tell you, it is a huge difference. It actually makes the wine taste more tart-like, more sharp on the tongue. It's
pronounced, right?
Being smooth with the other, this one here made it sharper.
Yeah. Great.
That's way cool. Thanks for asking us to do that.
Yeah, no worry. I love it. Oh man, I just got goosebumps. That's cool. Right on. All right. Well, thank you, Darlene. That's wonderful. I'm glad you get to experience that.
Yeah, I had fun. Thank you.
All right. All right. Last but not least, here it is, the finale, the grand finale. Evie, you are up.
Drum roll, please.
I
Yeah.
love you, Sean.
Hey, I don't know, I'm having trouble with that unmute button.
That's all right.
Our second bottle. Anyway, I am pairing the s'mores tonight with the Discovery's Pinot Noir.
Perfect.
It is the 2018.
Very nice. That's a
Oh,
great
that was a
wine.
beautiful one. Unfortunately, we don't have any more of that one, but it's a great wine.
Oh. Okay, and here is the final.
Oh, that looks beautiful.
And it was to cool an hour or so before we dive into it.
All right.
Okay.
Oh, that's torture.
But I did line the pans with parchment paper so you can just lift them out. So easy cleanup.
Very cool.
Okay, let me give you electrical forks. Now I guess we pick them up.
And you make your
Okay.
coffee, make that s'more.
Okay, I don't know if.
God.
Yeah,
you can
that is,
see
oh, look
this,
at that
but
crust.
Oh, my.
yeah, you know,
Lanta.
and it's not falling apart. And I don't know if it's the
Wow.
cream marshmallow that's holding it together because there's plenty of it on it. But anyway, okay.
I could go for a big.
Oh, I'm so jealous right now. This is
Apparently I
crazy.
need to make it.
So good.
Oh,
Delicious.
my God. That looks like divine.
Ugh,
Mm-mm.
wow.
I'm channeling my inner Linda Horn right now, and I'm gonna say, "Oh my Lanta."
Right. Right.
Oh, you know,
Very good.
you were talking about which wine to pair with it because, you know, for the sweet dessert and, you know, the wine and stuff, this Pinot Noir goes really good with it. We've had Shiraz with it. And that was really good too.
Wow.
But I'm gonna have to try
Yeah.
the Grigio, the Pinot Grigio because
Yeah.
of all of the fruity aspects of it.
New one on
Mm.
last week.
But this does not make the,
And it was already lifting up.
yeah, this does not make the s'mores seem
I had bought
sweeter.
Lens.
It doesn't do that, so that's good, because they're already sweet enough. But it, and, oh, the wine, it just pairs really well with it.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I've been thinking a lot about pairing of s'mores and wine for a while, and I was really reaching the conclusion Pinot Noir was the way to go. I'm a big fan of dry red wines with dessert. To me, that's what dessert really wants. It's not, and it doesn't matter that it's not sweet. The desserts has all the sweetness for you. You don't need any more. You don't, if you had a sweet wine, all it would do is make everything sort of seem the same. This gives you that contrast.
Contrast, yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, the contrast.
Also the other thing to think about is what is chocolate? I mean, I asked about the semi-sweet chocolate because that's a genius part. You're not adding more sweetness. It's similar to the wine. You're adding a slightly bitter, fruity, rich thing. Chocolate is, remember, that's a berry. So you match that berry with the berry and cherry notes in that Pinot Noir. That's going to pick that up. And chocolate is a pretty dark, bitter, tannic thing. So
Mhm.
again, red wine and chocolate are just absolutely a match made in heaven. That's
Yeah.
where you want to go. And the
I
final thing is all that spice. If you look at the tasting notes, I bet you'll see some things about cookie spices in there. So you think about what goes well together. It's not surprising that this works.
That's right.
It really brings out the chocolate.
Thank you
Yes.
so much, Peter.
Awesome.
Sean, so before we close, and since we have the honor of having Rory here, I would like to ask Rory to give his insight. He's heard about all the different dishes and everything. Rory, do you have any insight as to how those wines paired or what you would have done differently, or was it perfect?
So I don't think anybody made a bad decision on the pairings. And that's one of the things, like we all have different tastes. I think all these pairings were great ideas. And that's what's really good about like discovering wines and doing that. But what's really remarkable is some wines pair better for your taste buds than others. And that's what the experiment is. But I'll just take this moment to say this. Experiment, because even in all the years I've been doing the wine exploration, I learned new combinations that I'm glad I tried because it was awesome in its own right. And sometimes there's like a recipe, right? Like, I mean, how many recipes do we have where adding like a little bit of lemon juice changes everything, right? And this is the same thing, like the right wine changes everything, but you really can't have like a wrong wine with it. It's just going to contrast the taste. You can have better wines than others in the blending, but it may not be what you think it is. And that's why it's good to explore and change. And this is why, like, when you're doing like a wine social or a wine party, and you've got like a couple whites, couple reds, and you try the different cheeses with the different wines, you're like, and you can explore with that. But, even like taking the brie, like you brought up, Peter, like brie by itself, you want to go with like a champagne, a light rosé even, and not get too dark. However, once you take that brie, maybe have it heated with, the crust of like a bakery pastry, and you have like a raspberry cream in it. Now you can put that with the red, and it's going to be amazing because you have all those other flavors to share with it. This is just a fun thing to do. Like, it never gets dull. And I mean, but as far as asking that, Jacqueline, there's some of mine going, nah, I would have probably done a different wine with that. But then I'm like, but that was probably a great idea.
Well, that's the beauty of it, right? Roy,
Absolutely.
that's the beauty of it. If you step out there, you never know. And it might work and it may not. But what I've gleaned from this, and Sean, you knocked it out the park, brother. And I absolutely cannot wait to pick you up on Sunday. We're gonna have a blast. But I guess what I did here tonight, guys, is that explore. That we're a wine education company. Rory and Brett and Peter and Adele and Tanya are bound and determined to educate all of us who lost many, many years of wine education because of Prohibition, right? I didn't, because I grew up in an Italian family, but many people don't really know. And so I told God every day that I grew up Italian. But in case you didn't, these guys are bound and determined to broaden your palate. So please, by all means, learn from them. The recipes are phenomenal. We love it every Wednesday. And I want to thank Rory. I want to thank Peter. I want to thank Sean and all of the cooks. And guess what? We'll be here next week, same time, same channel. Bye for now.
Bye.
Good night, guys. Love ya.
Take care.